Hi, my name is Kevin Darty, and I'm the Education Director of the Illinois Ag in the Classroom program. And I'm here to go beyond the barn door to look at agriculture in a way you might not think about it. Now, I'm going to give you a fair warning. We're going to take a couple weeks off because I'm scheduled for a little outpatient knee surgery. So I thought, let's take a look at how medicine and agriculture relate. So our topic today is medicine. Well, first off, we'll start off with my surgery. It's outpatient knee surgery, nothing big, but it'll be closed up with a couple stitches. How do stitches relate to agriculture? Well, how do those doctors, when they are learning how to give stitches, how do they practice? Typically, they practice on the hides of animals, specifically pig feet. They practice on pig skins because the skin of a pig, the hide of a pig, is very similar to that of human characteristics. There are also cases where you can use in surgery. We've got people that have heart transplants, and some of their valves for their hearts actually come from animal product, from pig hearts. Next, treatment. One of the most important things about any treatment is nutrition. And of course, we've already talked about how nutrition comes from agriculture. But one thing that we often treat is diabetes. And diabetes has to do with the amount of sugar or glucose in the bloodstream. That's regulated by the pancreas, an internal organ, and insulin, which is a hormone produced by the pancreas. You might know someone who needs to take insulin if they're diabetic. They may get their insulin from pork products. That might be pig insulin from pig pancreases. Produces the same thing. So in our treatment category, we have both nutrition and insulin. Finally, prevention. What can you do with prevention? Well, preventative medicine is really, really important. Some things that we do to help things from spreading. Maybe you guys don't take this now, but your parents probably did. Penicillin. Penicillin has a direct link to agriculture, specifically here in Illinois. Most people think of penicillin being invented back in the 1920s by Alexander Fleming. Problem was, he couldn't bring it to fruition. In the 1940s, right as World War II was going on, it was given to Dr. Andrew J. Moyers in Peoria, Illinois at the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, research station in Peoria. There, he was able to bring penicillin to life and be able to mass produce it during World War II. Penicillin, they actually made some test flights. They actually did some testing of this penicillin right as the Allies were landing on D-Day. By the time World War II was over, the United States had perfected penicillin and was able to give penicillin to our soldiers to fight off infections. This was really important because as a historic lesson, more people died from illnesses and infection in World War I than they did guns or mustard gas or anything else. It was a huge deal. Vaccines, preventative medicine. Some people might be taking flu shots now. Well, the flu shots that we take or any other vaccines may be incubated in eggs. So some of you might have seen where when you got a flu shot or you saw someone take a flu shot, it said, let us know if you have an allergy to eggs. That's because the vaccine itself was grown and incubated inside of an egg. And of course, you as students, you might take aspirin. Well, the original form of aspirin was an agricultural product because it was the bark of a willow tree. The bark of a willow tree provided that pain relief, and that's aspirin. Finally, chicken soup. Think about this. As we're getting ill, as you get sick, you might want to have chicken soup. There's an old adage out there that says you feed a cold and you starve a fever. Well, chicken soup has a couple of mystical, magical qualities. Number one, it's comforting, plus the hot steam, it gets into your nasal passages, open things up. Well, you want to starve a fever because you don't feel like it if you've got a fever, but to feed a cold, chicken soup helps as well. So there's just a couple ways that agriculture relates to medicine. I'll be back right before Thanksgiving. We'll talk about Thanksgiving then. Until then, keep your eye outside the barn door.